Yeah.
All right, I hit go live. All right, we are live, guys. Welcome back to What the FiGPiN. It is episode 3. We're January 18th, 2022. And we have, as always, Alex and Battle. How are you guys this evening?
Good evening.
I'm good. How are you guys?
Very, very well.
I love that friend you have in your window right now, Alex.
Yeah, she just kind of joined me, so she'll probably be.
That's so awesome. And tonight we have another special guest. We have Bendy Sticks. How are you today?
Yeah, the legend.
A lot of people probably don't recognize you because you definitely are one of those man behind the curtain type of guys.
Mm-hmm.
But you actually started FiGPiN boosters way back when. And then you kind of, I know you were always doing pins, but you you have your own line of pins with Bendy Sticks, and then you also have helped out several retailers. So we're excited to go ahead and have you on the show, and we're looking forward to getting to learn a little bit more about you and what you do. So I will leave it up to Alex and Battle to take it away.
Go ahead, Battle.
Well, thank you very much. It's an honor and a pleasure to start this show off. Bendy, it's always great to see you and talk to you. We don't do it enough, I don't think.
I'm too shy.
Yeah, heck no, man. You know, for you saying you've been too shy, you and I have had some epic conversations about God knows what in the under. And, I will have to say, I have to thank you, as you were probably one of the very first people I started having a bunch of interaction with when I first started collecting FiGPiNs, and you were always super helpful, super good with your products, super quick shipping. You always had a good deal for me, always helped me out. So thank you for being my supplier and also the big sinkhole of FiGPiNs. So I've had a good time.
You're very welcome. It's my pleasure. I think my personal collection now.
I'm not gonna lie, it's been a pretty cool experience to kind of see you grow into what you're doing now, which I'm sure we'll get into. But yeah, it's a pleasure to have you on the show.
Thank you.
So, Bendy, what would you say? How did you get started into FiGPiN?
Well, I started collecting froppy stuff just like crazy. And then I saw an ad for a FiGPiN, and I didn't know what that was. So I went ahead and pre-ordered it. And when it came in, it was this one that came in this. I have it signed and the pin's up there. But I was a metal worker, and I did metal art and stuff like that, and commissions for just little jobs, machinists and stuff. And I walked by in GameStop, and there was this pin. I don't know if I can get there. Everyone knows this pin. Yep. I think this one that actually got you hooked on the big ones or whatnot.
Yep.
But I was just in awe of that. That's a big old chunk of steel. And this is metal art. So I just kind of started getting into it. It was right after a motorcycle wreck. So I broke my hip and I broke 14 bones. And
wow.
Sorry, man.
No, it's fine. So I got into this because I couldn't do my metal stuff. And I had one delivered about every day. So I started hopping the metal. It built up my hip, actually. So I was able to put art beside my bed in a sense. So that's how I got. Once you get into it, you just want all of them.
Yes, you do. It's very addictive.
No, I couldn't tell that once you get into it, you want all of them.
That's awesome. I'm sorry you got in a car accident or a motorcycle accident. That's not cool.
Yeah, I didn't think it would happen, but it did. It snuck up on me as a teenager, but I was okay, and everything went smooth after that. And then a year later, I was in another motorcycle wreck. So years I was going through physical therapy and stuff. So these little FiGPiNs were a little bit of joy.
So go ahead. Sorry, Alex.
Do you still ride?
No, my wife just got so mad at me. She wanted to take an axe to it. My best friend wanted to take an axe to it. So before they got to it, I ended up selling it. But when I got into it, I got 4 the first year. So it was really fun, and I enjoyed it. I might get a Riker later. Wife said 3 wheels might be okay, but I have to stay off 2 wheels.
You know, you and I have had multiple conversations about some 2 wheels and 3 wheels, so I'm excited for the day if you get a Riker. And while I love to ride my motorcycles, they can and have been very dangerous. I had a little lady in high school hit me in the back one time on my street bike, but thankfully nothing happened to me. I stayed standing, but you just never know. It's a risk, but it's super fun.
It's fun. But if I get a Riker, I'll make a road trip for you or whatnot. Come see you.
Hell yeah. You know what? It's just as dangerous, but there's not as many street poles and cars and metal as dirt bike riding. Go out as far as you can and just crash in the dirt and land on some cactus.
Yeah, wouldn't want to do that.
So we have someone asking why is Froppy your favorite?
Well, she kind of reminded me of my wife. My wife's always wearing her glasses, and she's got dark hair, and they kind of like a little bit of a twin. So instead of getting a girlfriend mad at me, I just got me a
soft girl on your girlfriend. That's what I like to hear.
But there's stuff where I have my cheers Froppy.
Oh wow,
cool.
It's a little nutty, but once you start collecting, it's just how'd you word it, Michael?
I actually have one of your Frappies up there.
Oh
yeah,
that one cool?
That was the first pin.
The glitter one too, huh?
Yeah. So that was the first pin that I produced under Bendy 6.
How fun.
So cool,
now
man.
You do all of that, you design them, you draw the art for it, and then you third party it out to someone else, I believe.
Yeah, I do it by hand. I got my iPad and stuff now or whatnot, so I'm back to doing it digitally, but I did some by hand. You got to call them in from China. Apparently, it's legal to have the setup in America because you can make the plates to do counterfeit. So you have to outsource the pins because of the mold making process, which makes no sense because I'm a metal worker. I could be able to set that stuff up in my back garage. I know how. It's just you're not supposed to. So that's a little bit of a downer. I was actually looking into making the entire process, though. But yeah, we have to call them in at China. It's late nights talking to China and getting it down and vectored or whatnot and shipping high. But
I'm sure communication and fine details can be a bit of a pain at times.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a language barrier or whatnot. You have to say exactly what you mean. You can't speak in any kind of slang or try to joke. That would just get in trouble a little bit sometimes. What?
So I'm thinking that Froppy is also your favorite FiGPiN that was made?
Yeah, probably. My pin was probably the Gwen Stacy spider, the one where she looks like she has a whip, kind of.
Oh, that one is super cool.
From the second wave of Contest of Champions there?
Yeah.
Cue Battle to pull it out of nowhere.
Okay.
Battle's going to somehow find it real quick. Damn, look at that.
I don't know how you do it every time, Battle. It really amazes me.
I got those organization skills on my floor, you know?
There you go.
Oh, God.
So, Greg, how many, or Bendy, how many pins do you have currently? How many FIG pins do you have? And then how many pins do you have under Bendy Sticks?
Wow. Under my name that I produced, maybe about 10, 15 if you can. Third parties like stores popping pins and stuff. I own 50 FIG pins. I had to shrink my collection since we was moving, and it was so much to move, and we kept running into house issues and stuff. So I didn't want them to get messed up or anything. So I parted with some of them to help with bills and stuff like that. So
Yep.
all together though, with like Scotty Young pins and just third party pins, I probably have like 200 or so. But
Wow. That's awesome.
That is a handful of pins. I know. I'm pretty sure after I found that you had multiple pins, I'd just say, "Hey, Greg, show me what pins do you have, and then how many of them do you have double?" And you'd be like, "Well, this is my DBZ collection." I'd be like, "I've never seen that one before," and then you'd be like, "All right, hold on, I'll send it your way."
So we do have a very good question from Dr. Graybush. What have you been to China, or how many times have you flown over there? And then how difficult is the language issue? I know that you just mentioned, you touched on it a little bit, but what does that look like as far as having issues because of language?
I haven't flown over there. It's you can find a manufacturer through Facebook. Language barrier is pretty thick. It's polite. They're very polite. And it's just jumping up. Like I said, you can't make jokes or something. Like when you're hanging out and talking with your friends, you may say something that may get you in trouble in China. If you speak somehow or something. I can't exactly think of a one thing that stood out.
Yeah. So we have a lot of people talking about Spawn, which definitely seems to be a fan favorite for sure. Although I have to admit, my favorite pin that you've created so far is the axolotl. So that's definitely one of my favorite ones that you have. But Spawn, so what's do you want to walk us through? I guess from going. Yep, look at that, man. Totally amazing. So do you want to walk us through the process of going from up here to pen and paper digitally, and then what that process looks like, and then how long like kind of a time frame of what it would be to get to what Battle's holding his hands?
Just coming up with the concept. I've learned that the first time you think of something, it will evolve into another pin by the time you're done. But you just sketch it out, make the lines nice and neat. You can send it in and they'll vector it for you, or you can vector it yourself and save some money. But there's a Pantone book which has the colors and the numbers that all companies use for the names of the colors. So you pick right on the color what you want. And then the mold process, you have to pay for, and that's just to get the blanks or whatnot. What it actually looks like is raw when they get to this process.
Okay.
Starting off, and then once they have that, to sign off on it, make sure the mold cast is good, no lines are off or anything like that. Sometimes the cell where the walls is, but the paint goes inside, can be too small, and they'll have to screen print or something like that. Turnaround time is about 2 weeks. They'll be done. You order 200, they'll paint them. I actually thought they had machines like 3D printers that squeezed out little ink and painted them, but there's actually like 30 people with needles, like syringes. They'll put it in each little section, and that is so tedious. I couldn't imagine doing that. I would one. But then the shipping's actually really fast. They send it FedEx Express or whatnot, and it gets here in about 4 days.
Wow.
It takes the same amount of time to get to me.
Yeah.
That's really cool, man. So we do have we've been asked in the past before. We've had some people already comment on here. We need people want, and as well as we do, have a FiGPiN boosters and a WTF pin. So we'll have to maybe touch base with you and hopefully get something created for us.
Absolutely.
Nice selfless plug for both Bendy Sticks and our sponsor, of course, the Pops and Pins. You made his logo too, right?
Yes, in the ECC pin, they actually made it there a day late. He had to get his sister or his daughter, I believe, to ship them out to him. It was so close, but I think that we got a week and a half. We really rushed those, and those turned out well.
Man, I just found it now. Let me bust this thing out.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say I have one right here.
Yeah,
Very cool.
we both
Yeah,
of
the
those.
UTC pin
Oh
is
man,
awesome.
that one you have, Alex, is super cool.
Yeah, it's for the ECC.
Heck yeah. So that was the one that Alex has, was the story you were just saying.
Yes, and I think it's fully glow, or if I'm not wrong.
It does. I believe it does glow.
Yeah.
Cool. So besides pops and pins, you know, I know that you've helped out FiGPiN fans, so our sister group on Discord with their logo.
Jason actually got me into producing for other people. I didn't actually think about doing it for other people, but he asked for help, and I said absolutely. And he was actually my first pin that I produced that wasn't personally for me. So it kind of got.
Jason's an awesome guy. He helps out tons and tons. So very neat story.
A lot of people that I've met has been through him. He's a real good guy.
Yeah, Jason's definitely awesome. So you have FiGPiN fans logo. You've done pops and pins logo. Do you want to go ahead and share some of the other retailers that you've helped out with their logos?
I did Hatch.
There you go. Unbelievable, man. Like he knew you were going to say it.
I did Scholastic Collections. I did Pins on Fire, but the pins didn't work out. We tried a process called UV print. It's a little different than a screen print. It just, the flames was so hard to get. It's a transition to the picture to the pin was just a leap. We couldn't figure it out. So
yeah,
That's too bad.
Hey, sometimes you got to venture outside your bubble to figure out something cool. So even though that one was a failure, who knows? It might lead to something else cool.
always a lesson.
so we have Jason from Pops and Pins in the comments. He's saying, "What's up?"
What's up, Pops and Pins? Good to see you.
And then we have another good question from Dr. Graybush. What's the most common question you get asked from fans?
How much does it cost to produce a pin?
Yep.
A lot
Another awesome link pin there.
produce their own pin. Yeah, I can. If you get in contact with me through Messenger or Instagram or whatnot, I can help you get a pin made. The mold can be $50 to $200, depending if you want just a simple mold or a 3D mold. But say it's $100, so give or take.
Battle showing off a bunch of your stuff there.
Man, he has, I don't know if a lot of people have seen these or not, but they are super cool. Like, honestly, I wish I had just the slightest bit of artistic talent. I mean, I'm good if I can draw somewhat of a crooked line. So like to watch you be able to like come up with some ideas. I know you've sent me some little sketches like, all right, I think I'm gonna make this a pin. And a couple of weeks later, you're like, here, I'm shipping it to you. I'm like, holy cow, that is the coolest. Like how you come up with this stuff is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Logo right there. I'm actually running low on them. I have to make some more in other variants.
Heck yeah. Yeah, I mean, I have a couple more up there too. I know I got one of your Ironmans, the Accidental, of course. Sure, a couple others.
I did logos for quick pins as well.
No, Quick Pin's very neat. I don't know if I've seen that one out and about yet.
Not sure if he released them or if it
Well,
was supposed to be.
coming up.
It's a while back though. I'm not sure.
So I haven't seen any. I try to find you every now and then if I think about it. I haven't seen anything in the UR for you in a while. Have you snagged any of the latest and greatest Fig pins, or are there any new ones that are on your hit list?
Um, Not right at the moment. I started collecting the stickers, strangely enough.
Yeah.
It's the logos. You get all the logos or close to it. Then the stickers, you have to get all the stickers. And it's a never-ending story, but I'm sure if they make more Dragon Ball or Academia, I'll buy them.
I was actually
Yeah,
looking
right.
at my logo stickers today, and I was like, wow, I got enough now that it's to the point where it's like, can it be like a rewards thing where I can cash in 10 of the minis for that one big one that I don't have? Is there a program where I can send some back to get the big one?
I was
I
hoping.
just got
FiGPiN
the
was
multicolored one. I was pumped.
Say it again,
spawn-
Battle.
I myself in one of my last orders finally got, I don't know if it's the rainbow one, but it's multicolors and it was pretty fancy. I had never seen that one before.
I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9, I believe, in a big one, like a XL sticker, sort of.
Yep.
I think that's it. They
Yeah,
keep making.
they don't have all of their variations. It's a very limited run that they get, and I'm pretty sure it's 9 or 10, like you mentioned.
Hey, speaking of which, didn't FiGPiN just start selling some t-shirts on their website?
They did.
They
Yep.
Very
did.
cool. I didn't get one. I think we talked about it last time. I haven't gotten one myself yet, but that's only because I have my flap one, but something to look into.
I may or may not have bought two.
Nice.
Do we know? Is it just the one black and white FiGPiN across it, or are they shipping out random stuff? How they have that the flop one has that different logo to it.
I think it's just all the black and white one because I end up getting 2 of the black and white ones. Like
Yep.
it shows on their website. I'm almost tempted to like make my own with my Cricut machine.
Oh, that is sweet.
until FiGPiN makes other variants.
Yeah.
So.
See that? I think that would be fun that they just go ahead and they ship random shirts out. Whatever the logo is that they you don't get the same one every time. Yeah.
I did hear the shirt to turn it inside out because the white part printed on will last longer or whatnot. A lot of people want to keep them too, so that might be a way you could do both.
Yeah, I need to do that. I had a double-sided. At first, I wanted to keep the pin or the shirt kind of wrapped up and saved, but it was fun. I liked to wear it, so if it gets messed up, oh well. I still had fun wearing it.
I know I wear so many pins now. I have these little holes all in my shirt, and I have to buy all. There's not a good way to wear them without having that happen unless the magnetic ones, and I haven't seen many of those.
That would be kind of a cool little side gig is figuring out how to get them to attach to stuff. With the XL logo now, we got to make a little 3D printed belt buckle or like Flava Flav chain,
There you go. Yeah.
You could make brass knuckles out of that.
Oh, could you imagine that?
That'd be pretty cool.
Bling
Wow.
bling, FiGPiN. What's up, FiGPiN?
So, Bendy, do you have any plans that you might not have shared for 2022 of different licenses that you're looking at, or maybe not licenses, but just different pins that you're looking at doing? Anything that you're working on that you could share?
My last was Spawn. I was actually making a bigger froppy because FiGPiN hasn't made an XL, so I went ahead and jumped the gun and tried to make one myself. My next pin, I'm talking to China right now about making it, so it'd be a few days and it'll start being produced.
Crazy.
I'm hoping maybe someday all this will lead up to some resume, and maybe I could work with FiGPiN and help them out.
That'd be super cool.
That would be awesome.
Well, you kind of have multiple hobbies, right? Because I know you were looking, I think just on the side, like you said, you've done metal work, and then I think you've done keychains, and I think you just kind of managing skills, right?
Yeah, I get bored and start up stuff. I do 3D. I learned how to 3D print. Moved on from that to motorcycles, moved on from that. It's always something I'm trying to learn everything about. So my kid grew up, went off to college. So I've had a lot of time to explore all the stuff that I want to do. Yeah.
Good old
Very cool.
college, man. Good old days.
It's wonderful not having to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning to fight the school.
But to school, yeah. Oh, good.
That's too
So-
cool, man.
What would you say is, if you could put anything on the dream board that is not Froppy, with FiGPiN, what would you like to see made?
Oh, that's a hard question, honestly. I thought about maybe Thundercats.
Nice. That'd be dope.
Pretty good following. It's a little bit retro. I think they're making another series, rebooting it, kind of like they did He-Man.
Okay.
I'm not sure when it'll start. I could be looking like a fool. I'm not sure, but I know
I
the
would love
people.
to have them do something with Thundercats for sure. That was an awesome show.
That would be kind of neat, huh?
The sword opens, maybe an XL with a glow in the dark. The lion head or what? Or is I guess it would be a Thundercat head, rather. But that would be nice.
Very cool.
You know what? Now that I just remembered this was another pin I think I got from you that is
Battles Geek and Hardcore.
Oh yeah, I had that. And you bought so much Dragon Ball from me. I thought I'd have to send that because a lot of the FiGPiNs have the Z fighters or whatnot.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I thought that you would just need a little topper.
Man, I put it up right with the rest of them. It's a super cool pin too. So I didn't know how many you made of these, but I saw that, thought it was nicely done.
No, I found it actually. It was in my personal kitchen. I handed it to you. But
Well, thank you very much.
photo dome pin. That's what that style is called.
What is it?
A photo dome.
Photo dome.
Yeah, that style is.
Yeah. So, you mentioned about doing something, I know that they're looking for, they are looking to expand their team. So, jobs at FiGPiN.com, you obviously have a pretty strong, resume so far with the pins that you've created, and you have some knowledge with, production and shipping. I mean, there might be something that you can go ahead and, at least, reach out to them and see what they have available. I mean, there might be some piece of the puzzle that you can fit into that you could go ahead and start working with them. So it doesn't hurt to try.
Absolutely. I was waiting for the move to get settled. We're about a week from now. Everything should be calm. The snowstorms having me travel back and forth, checking pipes at the house, making sure they don't freeze or whatnot. That would be terrible. We've had that
Right
happen.
before the sale, oh, that'd be awful.
So in about a week, when all this stuff clears out, the snow melts, I should be looking for something else to piddle with.
Very cool.
I mean, I know they always say they're toughest, hardest working people. They're art team. If you already know how to draw the lines and set all that stuff up, I mean, who knows where? Yeah, that'd be pretty neat. Who knows where they could use it along the supply chain?
That'd be great if I could. I'm a big fan. When we started, it was just me and my wife. And then you came along and Don came along. Y'all have been about the biggest contributors at Boost too. So,
Man,
because y'all help is.
Well, we really like the setup over there. We're super happy to be a part of it. What you set up is still going really strong. So, that should be a sign of the type of work you put out. It's awesome. We still have a good time there.
Definitely.
We'll have to logos for boosters soon and get those in their works.
Definitely. Yeah, we would love to go out and start something with that for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So I know Battle had, well, I guess first let's go ahead and talk about, well, Bendy, do you still have time or do you have to leave?
I have time.
Okay. So today was Gold Grogu Unlock Day. I believe I know it's up to 10%, maybe even 20% cohort already. So were you guys able to snag one of the pins? Did you get it unlocked?
I didn't get one. Oh,
Battle, did you get one?
Thankfully I got 18th unlock on it, and I actually got a pretty darn good sequence. I think the factory score was like 88, so I was super pumped.
Nice. I was there, I had my alarm set ready to go. I had the serial number in. I hit unlock and it gave me an error occurred.
no.
2 seconds later, I went ahead and I, was able to get it, press the button again. And it was already up to 87th unlock at that point. So it probably cost me about, 50 unlocks for that stupid error occurred. But yeah, I thought it was awesome. I mean, the pin looks great. I love that pin. It's definitely awesome. So it's cool that, the unlock days are getting, better and better, with the traffic going in as much as it was. So, but yeah, I mean, it's cool. I'm happy to see that pin's doing so well. Oh, and it's so Cecilia, thank you. It's only 2 away from 30% already.
Holy smokes, that's crazy.
Crazy.
Yep.
I like the pin itself. It looks pretty good in the gold. I know it's always funny every time I show Casey the digital version of it. She goes, "What's wrong with the eyeballs?"
I know. Yeah, when you look at it, man, it's like what's that called? The lenticular. Like if you look at it right, it has like black eyes, which makes it look pretty good. But then when you like twist it to the side and it has the gold eyes, it definitely looks like he's drinking something out of that cup, man.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah, he's in a moonshine. Yeah.
Yep.
The gold pins and the anode pins that FiGPiN releases are the same as mine. They're blanks, not filled in with enamel, so they're actually. I have a couple of frog draws. Now this is what it looks out of the mold. So this would be for the glitter one or whatnot. I had an AP of each made without any enamel, so I'd have more frothy pins.
Nice.
But it's interesting because I get to see how FiGPiN makes their pins and markets them.
Yep.
That's
That's
cool.
definitely cool.
So what is this one considered, where it's like this dark, almost like a burned metal, but then it has the dark glitter on it as well?
That's actually anode. It's just it has the black enamel and black glitter. My wife came up with that variant. She called it Galaxy.
It's cool.
It's definitely awesome. I like that one.
I know when you make a pin, you have to pick glitter or glow too, because you can't do both.
Yeah.
Because it's little flakes, it hides the paint in certain areas from the light. So if it glows with glitter, it'll have little holes where the light doesn't reflect back.
That's wild.
Yeah, you have to pick either or.
Interesting.
Oh man. So we have someone that just posted the worst news possible. They had sequence, and this has happened a lot to me. They got sequence 499 on the 500 pin out of the 500 pins. So they missed the last chopper out by 1. So Jason, man, well, I feel your pain, man. I have a couple of those like that, so I definitely understand you.
Man, wasn't our buddy Aggie just last week on the other Grogu unlocks? He missed it by 1. I think he was 499 or 999, something like that.
I think it was 999. Yep.
Oh man.
It's
Yeah.
become.
Sorry.
I just said it's quite a race.
Yeah.
That time hits, everyone logs in and tries to get the unlock. It's just you have to be very fast now.
Yep. Yeah,
Ooh,
definitely.
you know what I'm waiting for is I hope Jason's watching and he's gonna make a video. Have you seen those people now that get those massage guns so they can tap their finger a bazillion miles an hour? They need
There you
to do that for
go.
MLK.
Well, just so you know, you actually after I believe it's 10 or 12 attempts of trying to unlock a pin, it will lock you out. It'll put a flag on your account, and you can't go ahead and you won't be able to unlock a pin for a set amount of time. So, although that might be, a great way to go ahead and do it, if you could also get locked out of trying to do it as well. So,
Hey, we got to take a risk sometimes.
there you go. Yeah. Go big or go home, right?
I want to see Jason make that. That'd be awesome.
That would be fun. So, FiGPiN put out today the posts, hinting that there's going to be some more Disney pins coming out today. Not today, but coming out in 2022. So, any speculation about what you guys are, or any hope of what pins that they'll be coming out with Disney?
I hope they make a Goofy. I'm a big fan of Goofy.
Goofy would be
Go
awesome.
old school. Okay, I like that.
Yeah. Trying to think.
I didn't see the post. What did it say, or what did it look like?
They have a couple of pins. They have like the Glitter Queen. They have a Stitch on it. There's a couple of I think Baymax might be on the logo as well. On the logo on the post. And it just says make Disney pins available at figpin.com. We have more coming out in 2022. So I'm excited to see what they'll have. Boba Fett, yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. Of course,
I would hope that they do. I mean, but I think Star Wars is. I mean, even though Disney owns it, I think it's its own fandom. But I mean, I would think that they have a couple of things that they can hit on for sure. They have Morbius coming out, so they have a Marvel pins that they can do. They have Moon Knight. The trailer just released today for Moon Knight, so there's a couple of different ones that you can go ahead and do with Disney in that aspect. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited.
I would like to see more of the 90s classics. Like, we have a bunch of the princesses, but we don't have any of the filler out. Like, no Lion King. We have Jasmine, but no Aladdin or
Yeah, I would like to go ahead and see
a genie. That would be really cool. A glitter genie.
Timon and Pumbaa.
Lion King. My first thought was all Disney creatures. Like, how cool would it be to start getting? Oh heck, the Beast. I mean, come on, that'd be so cool to get an epic Bambi or get some Twitter payday going on.
And I don't know if you guys have seen Encanto yet, but that movie was amazing. So I'm sure they could do something with that.
I haven't seen.
It's a good movie. I like that one.
I think me and my daughter have seen it at least 8 times already.
Timon and Pumbaa one would be super cool.
So, and I mean, this isn't FiGPiN news related, but I think that they're, and who knows, I mean, because it can be FiGPiN related. But did you guys hear the news about Microsoft today?
But Blizzard, right?
So Microsoft bought Activision. And so now they own the rights to Call of Duty, Overwatch, Spyro, World of Warcraft, Diablo. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff that Activision owns that now Microsoft owns. So I wonder what that's going to go ahead and look like as far as licensing. And would it make it easier for FiGPiN to go ahead and be able to possibly capture some of those licenses now, since that it's through Microsoft? But yeah, I mean, it's the largest. What is it called? The largest software company acquisition, I believe.
70 M or B, I don't remember.
It was billion.
Yeah, it was billion.
It was like 86 billion, wasn't it?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 78 million. Will.i.am is saying, but I thought it was billion too. But maybe it was million.
Hopefully, just million. Jeez Louise, that's insane. Even especially with all the trouble Activision's going through right now. I know. Looking at some of the things they're going to have to do to either remove and or keep their current CEO and his contract status. I know it was an exuberant amount to buy him out.
Yeah. But I mean, and again, I know that this is not FiGPiN related, but the interesting thing is, especially with how big Call of Duty is, does Microsoft go ahead and say, hey, this is going to be a Microsoft exclusive, and say, screw you, Sony? Or are they going to go ahead and, how are they going to go ahead and manage that? Like, what happens with that? I mean, the same thing with like Minecraft. I mean, Minecraft, they already have, a deal between Sony and Microsoft, but yeah, I mean, it's definitely interesting to see what will happen, for sure with Microsoft buying Activision and where it goes from here.
Yeah, for sure.
Diablo, please.
Starts competing with Oculus for VR. I've been playing VR for a while, and I just love VR stuff lately. I haven't played console in a while. It's so much more immersive, and it's better than I thought it was. I thought it was set back, and everything looks real pixelated, like a Lawnmower Man, that movie.
Yeah.
But it looks pretty decent.
I have friends that got the Oculus 2, which my son has Oculus 2 as well. But they're, we're big golfers. So they're like, dude, you got to go ahead and download this game because this golf VR thing is awesome. So I'm going to have to go ahead and probably get golf VR and try it out.
The Walkabout, that thing is super fun.
Which one? Walkabout?
Yeah. It's a putt-putt. It's got like 6 or 7 courses on it. You can fly around randomly if you want to, and then go play golf again. It's pretty neat. It's got Tower or Gardens of Babylon, Shangri-La, kind of like a Switzerland place. It's pretty fun.
Awesome.
Neat.
Very cool.
Over Christmas, I guess my nephew, his friend came over or something, and they had Oculus, and I sat back and fished for a while and had a ton of fun fishing just out on a little bayou dock. Just
Oh yeah.
So now that the FiGPiN update has been out for just about a week now, everyone's got their shelves probably situated. What do you guys think? I know, John, you've had it longer since you had the beta version, but.
So I will say that actually probably within the last 24 hours, maybe 36 hours, I have noticed a considerable increase, a positive increase in the amount of time it takes my app to load right now. I was probably a good 45, 60 seconds when I would load the app, and it would take, quite some, again, that 45, 60 seconds for me to get where I can do anything on the app. But within the last 24 to 36 hours, I've noticed a considerable increase in the load time. So that's definitely been positive for me. I do like the shelf system. I do like that you're able to go ahead and see other people's shelves if they make it visible to the public. So you can go ahead and take a look at that. So yeah, well, we have some people asking what the shelf system is, right? So if you update your app, the FiGPiN app, you have the option for now organizing your pins as if they were on a shelf. So if you see behind me, I have all these different pins, and if you wanted to group them in a certain order, you're able to go ahead and do that on the app now. Andres, no, they don't have enough shelves for me, for sure. So yeah, so you can go ahead and organize those pins on different shelves. So I mean, I have the one shelf that I created was Comic-Con, a Comic-Con shelf. So my plan is to go ahead and put all my Comic-Con pins into there, and then move on from there. There is a limit. You can only have 10 shelves. Technically, you can have, it's 12 shelves because you have your Dream shelf as well as your starter shelf, but it maxes out. You can only go ahead and add an additional 10 shelves to it. So I believe they are working on it. If you are having load issues still, if you go ahead and take, from what I've heard and seen, if you take your pins out of your starter shelf and move them into different shelves, the load time seems to go ahead and be a little bit quicker as well. So just a little tip for everyone.
I
So
think it's.
go ahead, Bendy. No, it's okay. Go ahead.
When I used to have like 400 FiGPiNs, scrolling through them, the app would always glitch about halfway through, and I'd have to do it again. So the shelf system is real handy. I think.
Yeah, no, definitely.
So I definitely agree. I like having the shelves. I like being able to know, okay, I'm looking for this particular AP. It's going to be on my AP shelf.
Ooh, I like that.
Right. So the only thing is for me, it took a long time, not only because the app was a little slower about, 2 or 3 days ago when I did it. But I wish you could have selected multiple at a time and added it to a shelf all at once instead of individually moving one pin at a time, especially with, some of us have collections of 300, 400 pins in our app.
Good call.
Or even more, right? And then I would like to be able to maybe future upgrade down the road, be able to add one pin to multiple different shelves. If it falls in, multiple categories. For me, like, it may be an MHA AP. I want it on my AP shelf, but I also want it in my MHA folder. So that would be just something for,
Yeah. So, and some people are asking for, they're giving suggestions as well. And Jerome just put in there the ability to need an all pin shelf added and the ability to move shelves up and down. So I know that they are working on the ability to have to like reorganize your shelves. So if you want, in Alex's example, her AP shelf to show up at the top, right now you would have to go ahead and then plan that out and then create your AP shelf as your last shelf if you wanted to show it at the top. They are working on being able to go ahead and customize that where you can, slide your shelves up and down.
So actually, I think because I create my AP shelf first and that shows up at the very top. So the one that you create last is at the bottom.
Oh, okay. I thought it went up, but yeah, you're right. And then Alex, you had just said something that I was thinking of as well. I just know
about one pin on multiple shelves or selecting multiple pins.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to be able to do that. I mean, good suggestion, but I just don't know if they're able to do that because again, in their head, they're seeing your digital shelf as a real shelf. So unless you had multiple pins of that item, you can't go ahead and have, Incredibles on this shelf and then have another Incredibles on this shelf. So that's
true.
I'm pretty sure that's how their reasoning is behind it. But there was something else that you said that made me think that they are working. I know that I heard some talk about this. It'll come to me, but yeah.
While you're thinking, it's like basically what John was just saying is, well, you can't take the same pin and put it on this shelf and this shelf unless you're John or probably everybody else, where then you now go buy a second and third one so you can fill the hole in there and there. And
I got to say, I'm jealous. I've never had an AP. I'd love to have an AP shelf.
That would be epic, right?
Oh man.
Definitely very cool. Yeah, so I mean, it's definitely, I like it so far. I mean, it's good to see that they put work into making it the load time even faster with it. And yeah, I mean, I'm happy to see where they're going for sure.
Yep.
Hope they make some more FiGPiN logos and XLs. That's a neat little pin. I love it so far. I know a couple that's been modded with glitter and glow, and one looked like a gingerbread that they made.
Nice.
I forgot the username that did that, but it looked real good.
So do we also want to bring up the Hero Complex pin order disaster?
Yeah. I mean, that's a good point for sure. To my knowledge, the fastest sellout of anything to date. But yeah, so last week they had the option.
And how it was sold out within like 5 seconds, it seemed like. A lot of people, all of us were on there right as it went live, and then it was instantly sold out. And I even had it in my cart, like ready to go. I just had to check out, and it still was sold out. That's insane.
I'm sorry. I see some people talking. It just made me think about what you asked for about the shelves things.
Sure.
So you will be able to go ahead and move multiple pin. I know that I don't know how far this is in their timeline of creating, but you will be able to move multiple pins to a shelf instead of having to do it one at a time.
Perfect.
I did hear some talk about that, so I know that it's on their board to go ahead and get that done. But yeah, so go ahead. Sorry about we're talking about the Hero Complex logo issue.
So can you
Yeah.
kind of fill me in a little bit too? Because I've been a little disconnected. So
Yeah.
what was the deal?
Yeah, so last week on Friday, I'm thinking it was 3 p.m., but I don't remember the exact time. If you went ahead and purchased 5 Hero, it's not really a Hero Complex logo. It was if you purchased the Hero Complex 1 by 1, you had to purchase 5 of them. You were going to have the first 400 orders would receive 1 out of 2 FiGPiN logo pins. And within seconds, like literally, like if you did not go ahead and order at 3 o'clock, the product was sold out.
Wow.
So I know, and not that I'm speaking for Hero Complex, but I know that he had shared with this in some of the different groups. He had no control over this. He knew that he knew that there was stock at the warehouse. So he's not sure what happened, or so he asked people to stop messaging him because he didn't know what was going on himself. And he also has no logos to give out. So it really had not, like, the logo was a promotion through FiGPiN. So, Michael didn't have any logos with that, but he was aware that they did have stock in. I know that there's someone asked a good question was, did anyone check to see how much stock that they had prior to the promotion, which I'm not sure if anyone actually checked that or answered the question. But
And
yeah, I mean,
it could have been one person that bought all 400 just so they could get the one logo and be like, haha.
it's possible. Yeah. I mean, it's a very good point. But yeah, so you had to go ahead and purchase at least 5 of the 5 of the Hero Complex 1 by 1s, and you got a chance at getting 1 out of those 2 pins. It's 200 of each pin that they're going to be sending out. So the first 400 orders, 200 people would be getting 1 of the option of the logo pins, and then 200 people would be getting the other option of the logo pins. It is out of, I believe, 1,000. Alex, is that?
Yeah, so they'll still have 800 of each logo pin to do for other promotions sometime in the future. So they're not gone forever, which is good for those of us that have the whole collection. But at the same time, you're going to probably miss that low unlock. So,
yep.
I know, help a friend get the drop so they get a logo, and they told me go at 3 o'clock. I said, okay. And then I went at 3 o'clock and I got it. I said, woohoo, I got you one. It turns out it was Pacific time and I'm on Eastern time. So I did it 3 hours earlier. I know a lot of people that went for the black shelves sold out sooner. So if you tried for the white shelves, you had a better chance of getting a logo.
Yes. Yep. And that's exactly what happened to me. I had my phone set for the white logos. I had my computer set or vice versa for the black ones. And when I went to place the order for the black ones, it was already sold out, but the white had went through already. So yeah, I mean, to my knowledge, it was the quickest sellout of any promotion that they've done. Not that the logo pins are sold out, but just part of that promotion was sold out. So those 400 were met within a pretty very very quick time frame.
Kind of has a yin yang theme to those logos. They're nice logos.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, definitely.
Battle, if you didn't see the pictures of them, like on the first logo, the FIG is black, and then the PIN is white, and then the reversal of it is FIG is white, and then the PIN is black. And
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That probably would match Complex's logo as well, so that's pretty neat.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so I mean, 2 things. One, you said the the issue. I mean, it was an issue for people that weren't able to go ahead and get it, but it
Yep.
was, a good thing for FiGPiN and Hero Complex and those that
Oh,
were
for
able
sure.
to get it, for sure.
Oh,
So,
for sure.
I'm glad to see that there is still, interest, and obviously that many people are looking to, to get it. I think the funny comment that I posted was, who's going to be the first to scour eBay to see who's put out that they have a logo that they don't even know which one they're getting to have, as a pre-order. I haven't seen any put up yet though, so we'll see what happens when that does get up there and what the price is going to be set at, for sure.
With more newcomers, everyone's starting to collect logos. Harder to find the older logos.
I
Yeah.
just found these guys too. These are
Battle
some
is always
super
good for
random-
pulling stuff out of the behind them somewhere.
Yep.
You guys seen these ones that Bendy made?
Yep.
I've seen
I
on
think
his
that was the
website.
second pin after Froppy, right?
Yes, it was. And then it was Iron Man.
Very cool.
So, and I mean, do we have anything else to talk about FiGPiN related? I think that was everything, right?
I think so.
So I know Battle, and I saw it before we went live here, and I know Battle talked about it last week. So, Battle, what is that a FiGPiN in your pants, or are you just happy to see us, man?
Always big pins in the pants, bro.
I have to go get mine. Hold on.
So what you went ahead and shared a little hint last week. So I know that you're super into Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Power Rangers, and you finally were able to get a pretty hard to find set from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So you want to share what you got?
Yeah, so I think the last one I showed last week, of course, was the Turtles in Disguise. That is kind of what my phone is sitting on currently. So, see what else can I come up with. Ooh, I got a good one. Not quite Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but watch this one.
So Bendy, so we like going ahead and sharing other collectibles that we're into. So this is part of that.
That's completely fine.
This will probably sound terrible, but I want to see your favorite and biggest Froppy.
Well, let's see here.
Got one of them.
No.
Oh, I guess this one. I had the statue that was like $300-400. Sometimes you can luck out and get it for 170, but it fell and broke.
Oh no,
Oh.
Man.
Can I see it again? I missed it.
This is my favorite one right now.
Oh yeah.
The big one, I tried to glue it, and it messed it up. Super glue is not for everything.
This was one of my Christmas presents, actually, from my nephew. He got me the Burger King Deadpool.
I didn't even know that there was, but like literally is a Burger King Deadpool, or is that?
Yeah, so his name is 01 King Deadpool, and he has the crown. He has a little whopper and a sword in his hand.
I didn't even realize that Pop and Burger King were doing a promotion together. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, I don't, it's probably a spoof. I don't know if it's truly, but I mean, it looks like the king, right? He looks like he has a little robe on and all that.
I don't
Yeah,
eat much fat. I do like Burger King.
Oh yeah, the green chili cheeseburgers, New Mexico style.
That's a very regional thing, man. Because we don't have green chili burger, Whoppers over here, man.
We need to
Neither
make
do
it a
we.
thing. Worldwide. So yeah, it was really kind of cool because the mom goes to Casey and she goes, "Can you believe your nephew bought nothing for anybody except he had to buy this for Mike? He's the only one that he bought for."
You should feel special, man. Hopefully you got him something good.
He always gets a couple FiGPiNs from me now and then, so he's got a little collection going on.
Battle, can you show Bendy's Spider-Man pins again? Cecilia wants to see the black one in particular.
That was the only album that was open edition.
Let's see. I mean, I probably have a few more too that I can probably go find. There's a all black one. There's the all white one. Yeah, that one's probably my favorite right there. That's the one that I have hanging up right here, actually.
There
Yeah.
you go. Yep.
I found some white string and just kind of hung it from the rest of my Spider-Man stuff. He looks so cool.
That's awesome.
But yeah, so let's see. And like I said, I'm sure I have a couple others. Benny probably has them all too, but
Yep, those are awesome. They look a little weird when you don't have them the right way, man. It looks
Yeah.
like he's like kind of like about to get off the toilet. Yeah, there you go. Much better.
So he's just sitting on the very, very top of like a pole or something.
There you go. All right, Alex, what do you got for us today?
Okay, so I just got this in, and I don't know if you guys know who I don't know how to pronounce his name. Kubu, from Discord /
Kubu, yeah.
FiGPiN. He likes to share things, and he knows that I'm a huge MHA fan, so I had to end up buying these, and I bought the statue.
Oh yeah. So dang, that thing's huge.
It is awesome, and it's a 2 dimensions, so it's got like that very much comic book look to it. There's like different versions of them. So there's like the anime version, there's the manga version and whatnot. So this guy's so awesome.
The detail on him is incredible.
Right?
Okay. Like that.
Is there that's a masterpiece one, right? I'm pretty sure that's what that series is. Because that looks exactly like I know Dragon Ball has almost that same color variation, and I'm pretty sure it's called Masterpiece. Is the
I think so. I don't know, but I just so I started a thing now. Apparently I'm gonna do some limited statues here because I just pre-ordered Todoroki and Bakugo, and I'm on search for Midoriya now. So
very cool.
Yeah. But
Very
I mean,
cool.
I saw
him post
I
him.
must have him.
That's awesome.
So, got
Well,
really
congratulations.
excited.
I love it.
And I want to point out that Cecilia was laughing at me because I was trying to hide my laughter when you were talking about frappies. So, okay. Thank you.
I mean, like these black blind bag keychains or whatnot. They're pretty cool. They accent my pins quite well. I've got most of them academia over here.
Oh wow.
Oh, that's sweet.
They're pretty detailed for keychains. They're huge for keychains. They're 3 inches. So I wouldn't imagine that your pocket's too easy, but
What about you, John?
So if you guys follow me on Discord, I've already posted pictures of these, but I'll just show them quick. So I was able to grab these 2 out of celebration packs. My daughter and my son, we all collect Pokemon. So this is from the Pokemon celebration packs. You have Mew and you have the Charizard cards. They're probably the most expensive cards out of the that set so far. But I literally just got this delivered today, and this is really what I wanted to show you. So I am a Spawn fan. I'm a McFarlane fan. I'm also a Batman fan. And I was able to, these just went on sale on Friday through Target. And I was able to grab one. But it is this awesome Batman version that they did. So Spawn has the same the same pose with his long red cape, and obviously it being Spawn, but they, McFarlane wrote some Batman, and I was able to grab one of these, so it's pretty cool.
Nice.
I have no idea what I'm looking at right there. Oh,
it's Batman, man, and his cape.
Okay, his cape is like blowing like this.
Yeah.
Very
so
cool.
his head's here, and the wind's blowing that way, blowing his cape.
Dang,
you just need to be more like me, like, oh, so nice.
Oh, blue.
I don't
I don't know what I'm looking at, but yeah, nice. His head was so tiny compared to his cape. Where's his head in that?
It's right above his cape.
Is it
the whole thing is cape?
So far, yeah. Is that one of those like? Is it not a cloth cape, or is it a?
No, it's plastic.
Or is it pretty?
It's a plat. No, it's already posed. That's how it comes if you take it out of the box. That's how it's posed.
Very cool.
And I'm gonna
Well,
reach out to Target on your behalf, John, and see if they'll sponsor you.
There you go. Yeah, seriously.
There's some guy we know that does a sponsor plug and live from Target daily.
Yeah, well, this was so I follow Todd McFarlane, I follow Spawn, on through Instagram and Facebook and all the other social medias, and he had posted that this, it went live on Friday, so I was able to snag one of them. He did have a signed version of it also, but by the time that I was able to get to it, it was already gone. But this was still available. So yeah, I was able to get one of them. I was happy.
Very cool. Very
Nice.
cool.
Do we have anything else?
No. So, Bendy, man, we appreciate the time. I hope that you enjoyed yourself. We definitely enjoyed talking with you and learning about it. Let's definitely try to set something up in the next, few weeks, possibly a month, and try to see what we can do for boosters as well as what the FiGPiN.
John, were we doing a giveaway today, or is it next week?
Oh, yes. So we're not doing it today, but we'll set it up. So go ahead and get it for next week. Robert from 3If by Space, Tibbs, people probably know it by that as well. He went ahead and sent us $30 worth of gift cards for Tibbs, and we are going to be hosting a giveaway. So
Cool.
keep an eye out for the details on that. We will go ahead and run the giveaway next week. And well, do you guys want to know something else, or should I wait for next week to go ahead and announce that?
No,
now.
you already started.
So oh my gosh, where is it? Don't tell me I lost it already. I just had it here. Hold on a second. Sorry, guys. So I randomly got this today, and I actually already have the pin. So we're going to be doing something for you guys here, and we'll be giving away this pin. So the Jin Kazama GameStop exclusive. We'll go ahead and do it.
It's out of 350, correct?
I believe it's 325.
Oh, 3.
Yep.
Sorry.
So this is brand new. It's locked. So it's definitely going to go ahead and be something that we'll do something special with for sure. So keep your eyes and ears posted for how we're going to go ahead and be giving that away. But next week we will be doing $30 of 3If by Space. So Robert, thank you so much for going ahead and doing that donation. We appreciate it greatly, man.
The Tibbs did that.
I have no idea.
How did you get that?
This was randomly sent to me, so I have no idea how or why. But so whoever it was, thank you. But we're gonna go ahead and be giving this away. So yeah, it's gonna be it'll be fun.
That is the coolest thing ever. Wow.
Yep, definitely got to pay it forward.
Hey, started boosters. I was hoping to have a group of friendly people helping out each other without expecting anything in return. And I'm really proud of how it turned out. I've made more friends through boosters than any other way online. So
yeah, man, I love that community for sure. It's definitely awesome. So
I would actually probably agree with that myself.
Yep. But Greg, do you know how we finish the show?
I do not.
All right. So
before we go.
Oh yeah.
Make sure again that you guys are subscribing and liking our page. That helps us get where we want to go here with YouTube, and we appreciate everyone that's watching. We also just recently made a new group within Facebook, so that way it kind of doesn't eat up all the channel for boosters. That way you can go to one place and find any kind of news for what the FiGPiN. So make sure you join our little group on Facebook, so then that way you guys can see when we're posting about upcoming giveaways and any kind of news or who else is going to be on our show for future.
Yeah. So. And it's weird to have to say it, but share, like, and subscribe, right? So wherever the button is, top left, top right, top up. Yeah. Smash that bell so you get alerted when we go live.
And who do we have coming on next our next week's?
we have Hatcher's Collectibles. So we're
Yes.
excited to have Bree with us next
All
week.
That's awesome.
Good.
That should be a good show.
Hatches is
Really
always
good.
a fun time.
There she is.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, there it is
That's
again.
an awesome logo.
Hey, since we're doing the plugs, Bendy, go to Instagram, Bendy Sticks, follow him on Facebook. You also have a website, right, Bendy? Where can we find you at?
It's Bendy Sticks Pins with .bigcartel.com.
Yep. So that's BENDIE sticks.
Yes. With the S at the sticks and PINS. And then .big cartel. I'll put a link in the comments.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Perfect. All right.
Very cool. So Bendy, we go ahead and we finish the show. I'll count down and we all say boost awesome. Battle has a real bad habit about either not saying
loud.
boost
Loud.
awesome or going ahead and being way off on the timing of it.
It works. It's laggy, okay?
Yeah.
So the three of us will try to be together and then we'll have Battle do his own thing. But Bendy, it was a pleasure having you on the show this week. Thank you so much. And we look forward to seeing more of what you have for this year.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much, everyone, for watching.
All right, guys. Have a great night. On 3, 2, 1. Boost awesome. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Bye-bye.